A warm namaste and a big hello to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. In this particular channeling session, I would be sharing a love letter by the Divine Masculine. The energy of this love letter and a few important lines are basically applicable to those divine feminines or people who are in divine feminine polarized energies who in some cases may have felt misunderstood by the masculine, and because of the misunderstanding there might have been a kind of a rift or walking away. So the masculine here is speaking to the feminine and sharing what happened at that point in time, and how now, after all this time that has gone by, or all these years that have gone by, how he sees everything and what is his response to that. So let's get started. My dear love, today I want to talk to you about that time when you and me were very close and I was extremely smitten by you. I very much wanted to be with you, and I wanted to be an important and special part of your life. However, something went haywire and I misunderstood the whole scenario. At that point in time, I felt that you are probably not the right person for me. I felt that we were not going to understand each other that well, or there was too much difference between us. There was too much of a gap between us. Although I always feel and feel it today also that you're a wonderful woman, a woman of substance, a woman who is very attractive, a woman who is very dear to my heart, even now as I speak about all this. But back then, I was probably not in that frame of mind where I was so spiritually mature to understand everything the way I do now. First of all, I can relate with what you were going through back then. At that point in time, I could not relate. Unconditional love is something very special and something very different than what I used to think or perceive love to be. I did not know at that time what true love really means. For me, true love was just a statement, just a phrase. It was used regularly in day-to-day life. It was used regularly in our talks and conversations. But it really didn't mean anything till the time I started realizing who you are and what you meant to me, or what you mean to me now. When I walked away from you, at that point in time, I felt that you would not care at all. I thought that it would not make any difference to your life whether I stay or whether I walk away. But I do realize that you were probably not happy with me moving on or walking away, because you did express to me in multiple ways which I was blind to at that point in time. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to see that you really cared for me, but you were also under some kind of foundations, maybe emotional, maybe mental, maybe there was some kind of wounding that you were going through. I understand about wounds now because I have been going through so many things in my life that I understand very clearly that there is something called programming, there is something called childhood wounding, and there is something called inner child healing that needs to be done. It seems to me that I, as an inner child, or my inner child, was also not healed back then. I do realize now how bad it must have felt for you when you like someone so much or you love someone so much, but you're not able to express it fully, or you come across as someone who's misunderstood. The way I rejected you completely and totally, and I denied having those feelings for you, was because I was trying to protect myself. I did refuse, but that was not because I did not feel for you, but because I felt a big fear that things will never work out between you and me. I also made you feel insulted because after that I removed you from everywhere. I didn't want you to have much access to me because I felt that if we would stay in touch or we would talk, we would be in communication, it will only be negative or it will only be bad. The way I did not provide any closure was extremely wrong on my part. I want to say this to you now that whatever I did, it had nothing to do with you. It was nothing personal, and there's nothing wrong with you, or there is no fault of yours, or you in no way, in no sense, you are any less. You are a wonderful, remarkable person, and you don't lack in anything. On the contrary, it was me who was not ready back then to commit or to take responsibility. I was not worthy of your love because I did not understand what you were going through. I did not understand about your struggles in life. I did not understand about your wounds. I did not understand that you were trying to be something or someone without anybody's support. And that is really a big thing to do and a big thing to be. But instead of being a strong partner, instead of being someone who stands by the person they love, I chose to run away, and I chose to be a person who did not portray or project the true courage of being in love with someone. Today, when I look back, I truly appreciate you, and I realize my big mistake of what I missed and what I can never get because time has passed by and you have really gone to a very high level. You have gone up to a level where I feel that you are not reachable for me, or I don't deserve you. I did not deserve you back then also. And even today, as I'm saying this, I'm an undeserving person. Because I did not appreciate the honesty you possess. I could not even see how innocent you are and how innocent you were back then. I feel really bad sometimes of the things that I did and I said. But I also feel that it was somehow destined because you deserve better than a person like me. Today I feel that you have definitely walked away from me. I walked away from you back then, but now you do not have the same feelings for me. You don't have the same mental construct or emotional construct for me. And why should you have anything for me? I was not the person. I don't deserve your sympathy and I don't deserve your empathy also. I just feel that I wanted to express myself to you. I wanted to tell you all of these things so that you know that you are amazing and you were always amazing. And it was me who was not a vibrational match to you. And in order to become a vibrational match to a person like you, one has to really be very pure and one has to be really a wonderful human being and at heart. One has to be someone who is not scared, who has a lot of courage to face the societal norms, to face the society, to be strong, to hold the person's hand who they love. And I lacked all of that. I was simply a coward. And I'm not ashamed to admit it that I felt a lot of fear when it came to when it came to choosing a person who's so bold and so different. You must be thinking, why am I sharing all these type of words? Why am I feeling this way? Why after so long I'm sharing this type of a message to you? I am sharing all this because it's time that the divine feminine, that you, the one who possesses this wonderful energy, should be aware and should not take it personally. You don't deserve to take any of this personally, because I know how it feels to be rejected. You might be thinking that I am not aware about rejection, but trust me, I am aware about rejection, and I know what the karmic world does to you because I have gone through it myself. I have been brutally rejected by the karmic too. And I am also working on myself because it took me a long time to let go and process all of the pain, trauma, and suffering I've been through. Some people think that suffering can be healed in a day or two, but that's not true. It takes time, it takes work to remove all of the post traumatic stress that is caused by the betrayal, that is caused by breaking the trust of a person into 1,000 pieces. So, whatever I am saying is because I do remember all of our good moments, our happy moments, our smiles, our looking into each other's eyes and having silent conversations, even if we were surrounded by so many people. I remember your face always. In your own ways, many a times you tried to show to me how much you liked me, how much you wanted me. But I was always looking for physical validation. I was always looking for a physical confirmation because I myself was in extremely physical energies. I was not able to see the nuances, the detail of your feelings towards me, the way you looked at me, the way you smiled at me, and the way you wanted to spend time with me. You had a lot of trust in me, and you maybe wanted to give it some time for the trust to develop and turn into a beautiful relationship. But I was probably in some hurry, and I also had to, as per my destiny, go through the karmic entanglements, get treated badly, and then realize what a wonderful person you always have been. I was also brutal when it came to cutting off the communication. I was ruthless because I decided to completely throw away what we had. And I thought at that point in time in my life that was the best thing to do, the best decision to make. But now the time and the length of whatever has happened in my life, it has shown me so much. It has shown me so many intense feelings. It has shown me so many experiences. The kind of inner work I am doing, because I never really knew that I was doing inner work or I was in a spiritual life till I had to go through all of these feelings and emotions myself. It came from someone else who I felt at that point in time was the right one for me. But turns out that we really don't know what's right for us and what's wrong for us. Only time can tell us, just the way time is telling me right now. Rejection has played an important role in my life too, and I understand now how painful it is, how difficult it is to be rejected by someone you love so deeply and you like so deeply too. I feel that you are a very detached person because your energy is extremely attractive. I find you to be someone who I cannot stop thinking about. I would like to have an open communication with you or be able to pick up the phone and talk to you anytime. But I feel that you are such a high value person right now that you could be doing some wonderful things. Honestly, I feel that your energy is irresistible, and this is the reason why I decided to share my heart and to speak about these things so that I can provide an emotional closure, the same emotional closure that I was not able to provide at that time, because I did not have this type of intelligence, this type of wisdom. I'm not saying that I'm 100% wise or I'm 100% intelligent, but I'm better than where I used to be. And time is a very interesting factor. I never thought that it would really be so important in my life to actually come to terms with my own feelings and with my own energies, which created so much confusion in not just my lives but also in so many people's life. I am working on myself and I strive to be a better person because you are truly my inspiration. I feel that if you can level up so much, then surely even I can try, and I probably will. Thank you so much, my dear Divine Feminine, for being you, because just by being yourself, you are spreading so much joy and light in this planet, in this world, in this reality. Yours and yours forever, Divine Masculine. So friends, this is where this letter ends. Thank you so much for being here. One love, peace out, and Jai Shri Ram.